have fed the Freeport football team so many meals, I don't think anybody can remember. I mean, that's been going on, golly, for what, 20 years now?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've been supporting, and I got out of Freeport in '93. I went to college, took the Restuarnt over in 1998, and I've been a supporter of Freeport football since then because I love Freeport football. I love what it's about. I love this community, and as a business owner, I'm going to support. So I'm here to support.
We love everything you do for us, Trey. I'll tell you what, Coach, we have us a year on the eve of something big here. We're kicking off this 2026 season Kickoff Classic, modified rules. Technically, this will not count towards the official win-loss record at Bozeman, but something tells me this is really important for us.
Well, I mean, we had a conversation in practice today. I said, a lot of people are going to say tomorrow night's game doesn't count. I said, but every time you put that jersey on, it says Bulldogs and Freeport, it counts. Everything we do counts. I said, they turn the scoreboard on, it counts. Okay, so yes, there's going to be some things a little bit different tomorrow night, and no, it doesn't count towards our record. We're going to play some young kids and some backups, but at the end of the day, we want to go execute and we want to know what we're supposed to do. So, we'll see how it goes, and we've been good up to this point, and I'm excited. I cannot tell you how excited I am about being out here at Nick's tonight. I've been here at 8 o'clock 3 times. I don't live far down the street. Right down the street.
You were here for the mullet toss. You did the mullet toss, that's right.
And so I'm going to kind of like this place a little bit. So I really appreciate you allowing us to be here tonight.
Yeah, well, I appreciate y'all being here, man. I wouldn't have it any other way. Man, this is home for y'all. I want you to know that.
Talk about the mullet toss. What was that experience like, Coach?
Well, the weather was terrible. So I stood underneath the tent for a lot of it. And I tried to venture out and the lightning started going. But these guys were still rolling. And they were tossing mullet. They didn't care if it was lightning or what.
And I think the coaches here, they'll use it as a recruiting tool.
Yes.
So he's dialed in, man. I was watching. He was dialed in at these kids as they line up to throw those mullets, So,
Coach, we're playing Bozeman tomorrow. They're a school and a team that's kind of like us a little bit. Should be a pretty good barometer for where we're at right now, shouldn't it?
Well, we play them in the spring. So what we'll do is kind of say, okay, how do we look compared to the way we looked against them in the spring? And have a little bit better feel for what we might see from them. So, for us, we just want to see if we progress. Some of the injuries are going to be a factor tomorrow night for us. But, we'll make excuses. We play with the guys that are there. Next man up, whatever we got to do. But we'll try to individually address or evaluate how our kids do in certain situations. And it'll be a big, we told our guys, we have a first team and a second team tomorrow night, but that can easily change after Friday night. Jobs can be lost and jobs can be won, and we want our kids to go out there and compete with that attitude.
Tell you what we're going to do, Coach. Trey, thanks for joining us, man. Sure do appreciate you and everything you do for us.
I appreciate it.
Quick little first break. I want you to stick around, Coach. In a little bit, you have asked that our band director and a lot of band kids come up here and talk, which, by the way, just goes to show that you're all in on it, and you're all in on us. But I want you to stick around for this next segment, okay? All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to check some audio issues. We're going to be right back.
All right, thanks for having me, guys. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
In Freeport, air conditioning is not an option. When it's 95 degrees and 89% humidity, survival instincts kick in. There is a better way. Call Green Air. Since 2015, Green Air has turned heat waves into nap weather. Fast, affordable, dependable. Our techs bring the cool when you need it most. Don't sweat it another night. Call Green Air and let us help you control your environment.
Experience the thrill of the grill. John Smith Subs is home of the famous Steak Bomb and other premium deli subs with grill-to-order marinated sirloin steak, grilled chicken, farm-fresh veggies, and delicious bread baked daily. Our subs are making a name for themselves with quality and flavor. Add an order of piping hot French fries, and you have a meal you can't get anyplace else. Experience the thrill of the grill at John Smith Subs. Come check us out at our brand new location in Freeport.
For over 20 years, Dunlap and Shipman has stood for more than legal advice. We've stood for trust. Businesses, families, communities. When the stakes are high, they call us. From complex litigation to delicate planning, our clients count on precision, discretion, and results. Professional, proven, principled. Dunlap and Shipman, your partners in law. Visit dunlapandshipman.com.
Mills Heating and Air knows how hot it gets in Northwest Florida, where the summer heat is relentless. That's why having a reliable AC system is essential, whether you need to keep cool during scorching days or stay warm on those chilly winter nights. Our expert team is here to ensure your home is always at the perfect temperature. Don't let the extreme weather catch you off guard. Trust Mills Heating and Air to keep your system running smoothly all year round. Call us today and don't sweat it.
Welcome to the Freeport High School Coaches Show with Coach Bobby Johns. Join him to discuss all things Freeport High School athletics. Welcome to the Freeport High School Coaches Show with Coach Bobby Johns. Join him to discuss all things Freeport High School athletics. Welcome to the Freeport High School Coaches Show with Coach Bobby Johns. Join him to discuss all things Freeport High School athletics.
All right, we are back live from historic Nick's on the Bay, and I've got some very special guests, some of my favorite people in the whole world. We have got members of the Freeport High School Sunshine Marching Band. My people, the Freeport Sunshine Marching Band. We've got our great band director, Mrs. Sarah Sanford. We've got our drum major, Alex McDonald, who is one of my favorite kids in the whole school. Man, I am excited about this year. I'm excited about y'all being here. Miss Sanford, you are going into your second year here at Freeport. Kind of a whirlwind. Kind of a whirlwind. Can you talk a little bit about you know, the process of you ending up in Freeport? Where were you at before? How'd you hear about us? How did all this work out?
Absolutely. So I came from Leon County. I grew up in Tallahassee and went to Florida State, and I taught there for my first couple of years. So, but my husband, who was in the military, was, when he left, ended up right around here. So when we decided to get married, that's where we ended up, and I needed a new school. So after a while, what actually happened is I heard about the opening because I learned that their director was very ill, and so it was really a hard start last year for them, mostly because they just lost a very important person to them in their lives who was leading their program. So I stepped in to help, and I've stuck with it because it's a fantastic school and they're fantastic kids, and it's what I love to do. So that is how I ended up here. I really heard about it by word of mouth, and ever since then I'm just so glad that I did, because it's where I'm happy to be here right now. So that's how we're here.
Well, we're lucky to have you. You know, you were talking about Mike Miller, who was our longtime band director. Mike really, for people that don't know, Mike Miller really put the Freeport Sunshine Marching Band on the map in terms of competition. Now, Susan Miller was the one who actually curated it, taught here for a long time. But when it came to competitions and excelling in competition, Mike was really an expert at that. He knew how to take kids. He just knew how to get the best out of kids. And he passed away, unfortunately, last year on the eve of the first day of school. So when you came here, you kind of walked into that situation, which was emotional for a lot of people. I know it was emotional for the kids. And also, too, we have a term, when I was in the military, we had a term, day zero. And what that basically means is like your first day in training or whatever doesn't really count. And I felt last year that was kind of you. Like, it was a good year, but it didn't really count all the way because you came in, I think, a few weeks into the school year, and Mrs. Gomillion, who's our great teacher at the middle school, filled in, but it was kind of a lot of that going on. What feels different now that you've had all summer with the kids, and now we're going in? It feels like, you've got 2 feet on the ground.
Yes, it's a great feeling. We're really excited. We are excited to support the team at our first game tomorrow. These students have been working really hard. Having that summer with them, we laid that foundation at band camp. They were here from 8 to 5 every single day, just working their butts off. And even a week before that, our color guards spent that entire week drilling and doing routine. And our drum line came in, and some of them learning for the first time. So they literally put hours in this summer, time off of their summers to prepare for this season. So. And you are a marching chief. You marched in Florida State, right? So you get football, and you get the importance of the band. Absolutely.
Being there. I always say, I said this about our cheerleaders too. No matter how the football game is going, the band's always going to be there.
That's
They're
right.
always going to be playing.
That's right. That's our job, yes.
Talk about the numbers, because I know just like in sports, numbers, depth is really important. Where are we looking at with numbers within a lot of the pieces of band this year?
Yes, so all in all, I'm trying to remember where we capped off last year. We're almost to 10 more than last year, which is really significant for them. And then our biggest growth has been in our color guard. And we now have a majorette for the first time. She's doing fantastic. We've got 10 color guard members, which is almost double from last year.
The last majorette that I remember us having was Emily Howell back, and I think that was around 2005. And if I'm missing out on that, I apologize. I don't think I am. I think it's been that long since you had majorette. You said about 10 girls now in the color guard?
We have 10, yes.
Wow, and a lot more than we had last year, so a lot of growth. I want to talk about this guy right here. Alex McDonald, you are the drum major at Freeport High School Marching Band. You're also one of my favorite kids. I'm really glad you're around. We had that thing last year, but I kept thinking you were a senior all last year. First of all,
he acts like one in the best way.
Well, and he always has. He's always has one for me on. Before you became drum major this year, what did you play and how many years were you in the band?
Specifically for Freeport, I played 2 years on flute, and last year I switched to trumpet.
That's right. That's right. Big jump going from the bass line into a lot of more embouchure with your lips and everything, all that. Let me ask you this: what inspired you to try out to try to be a drum major? Because I know you loved playing and being in the stands. What sort of inspired you to do that?
Honestly, I like leading people. I like setting a good example for people, and I like being there. I like being there for the football team. I like being there for other people too.
Yeah, your energy last year, the last 2 years that I've been here has been the thing. And look, we've won some games, we lost some games, and I always remember, maybe when things weren't going the best for the football team out there, man, you were always up there kind of keeping everything going. So that's pretty important.
It is. It's very important.
Listen, I got a question. This is dumb, and I always ask this for band students because I love this question. Do you like home games or away games better, Alex?
Obviously away games.
Away games, and we're going to have a lot of them this year. Coach, we're going to have a lot of away games. We're going to have a lot of away games. I think 7 of them. Well, listen, Alex, I think we're going to have a great year, man. I can't tell you how excited I am for you. And, man, it starts tomorrow, Mrs. Sam.
Starts tomorrow. Yes.
We're
ready for kickoff.
Jumping in the deep end. Well, thank you for being here. And, guys, listen, can't wait for tomorrow night. And we're going to take us a commercial break, and we're going to be back with some more members of the Freeport High School Sunshine Marching Band.
Follow the flavor to Hurricane Oyster Bar and Grill, the Pearl of 30A. Dive into fresh oysters on the half shell, or get them hot off the grill, loaded with flavor. Dig into grilled chicken wings, fresh fish tacos, and coastal favorites inspired by the Gulf, the Caribbean, New Orleans, and the Low Country. Then grab a cold cocktail, kick back, and soak up the laid-back Grayton Beach vibe. Hurricane Oyster Bar and Grill, 37 Logan Lane, Santa Rosa Beach, Florida.
In Freeport, air conditioning is not an option. When it's 95 degrees and 89% humidity, survival instincts kick in. There is a better way. Call Green Air. Since 2015, Green Air has turned heat waves into nap weather. Fast, affordable, dependable. Our techs bring the cool when you need it most. Don't sweat it another night. Call Green Air and let us help you control your environment.
When you're hungry, nothing satisfies like McDonald's. From our famous fries to the Big Mac you love, there's something for everyone. And right here in Freeport, we're proud to serve our neighbors with fast, friendly service. Always hot, always fresh, and always how you like it. Stop by your Freeport McDonald's today. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are ready for you.
Experience the thrill of the grill. John Smith Subs is home of the famous Steak Bomb and other premium deli subs with grill-to-order marinated sirloin steak, grilled chicken, farm-fresh veggies, and delicious bread baked daily. Our subs are making a name for themselves with quality and flavor. Add an order of piping hot French fries, and you have a meal you can't get anyplace else. Experience the thrill of the grill at John Smith Subs. Come check us out at our brand new location in Freeport.
Welcome to the Freeport High School Coaches Show with Coach Bobby Johns. Join him to discuss all things Freeport High School athletics.
Historic Nick's on the Bay. This place has been around since the late 40s. The Nick family got it in 1954 with Frank Sr. It's been passed along down. This is about as Freeport as it gets. So glad that we got to be here. And I'm glad you three get to be here, man. We got Jacob Nelson, we got Sophia Palmer, we got Jose Reyes, and listen, 3 members of my Freeport High School Sunshine Marching Band. You guys are the best kids in the whole school. I don't care. I don't even care who knows. I don't care who knows, man. Y'all are the best. Let's talk a little bit. Jake, let's start with you. What do you play, Jake?
Yes, sir. I play the sousaphone.
The sousaphone. What about you, Sophie?
I do color guard.
You do color guard. A lot bigger color guard this year than normal. Okay.
I play trumpet. I'm also the brass captain for the 2026-2027 season.
Talk about being brass captain. What are your responsibilities dealing with that?
It truly is an honor, honestly. This is the first year that we're doing any kind of leadership within our band, and being able to be the first to have this role is something that truly means a lot to me. My main goal is to uplift and make sure that everyone within all of brass, not just trumpets, mellophones, baritones, trombones, sousaphone, all of that is in line, and that everything is in order and good.
That's awesome, man. That's Sophia. Listen, I remember last year we kind of got real slim on numbers in color guard, and what happened? Now we got 10. We've got a majorette. I mean, what happened?
We got a lot of new people from the middle school coming to the high school, so I think that's kind of what made us get a lot more members. But yeah, it's been great.
Well, and how many years now have you been in color guard?
2 years.
2 years, man. So basically, the whole time that I've been associated with the school. You mentioned the middle school, man. Our middle school program's getting bigger too. Miss Go Millions out there. That just helps out with numbers so much. I think we got a lot of more kids coming up from the high school. Jacob, man, how excited are you about this football season?
Yes, sir. I'm very excited. As Alex said earlier, I also am a big fan of away games. So I think all the band members are fine with having away games, having all the bus rides, all the snakes back after playing in the stands. We're very excited about this team.
Well, I was in the Freeport Sunshine Marching Band back in the 90s a long time ago. Love you, Susan Miller, my hero. All right. And I remember even back then, I think every band student was the same. We all liked the away games. Like that was it. And boy, we are going to have a ton of away games this year. So even though we don't have our big, nice stadium that we're going to have, that kind of works out good for y'all, right? Y'all like going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
What is it about away games that those band kids like so much, man? What is it about that?
Honestly, for me specifically, it's the bus rides. The bus rides there for over half an hour are just really fun. Good energy, good vibes. We always are extremely positive on the bus. Even if we lose, even if the team doesn't get the win that we wish we had, we always maintain a positive vibe on that bus, no matter what.
I've got to ask you a question because last year, Mr. Miller passed away. Right, I believe on the eve of the night before school started. You go into marching season. Miss Go Millions filling in, did a really nice job, but it was a lot of unsettledness, a lot of changes. But y'all still managed to get superior ratings in marching season and in concert season. I think straight superior. How were y'all able to pull that off? I mean, what kind of kept y'all going under some really perilous situations?
I think it was really just us, our class of 2027, moving up to take up the role of not having a full-time director, and then also placing the season under the honor of Mr. Miller was a big thing for us. Doing it for him, getting overall superiors at the 3 competitions, we all did it in honor of him.
Well, I thought it was a heck of an accomplishment for y'all. This year, have things felt a little bit more settled going into this season?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
What's our halftime show going to look like? What type of songs are we doing?
This year's halftime show is 70s disco theme titled Under the Mirror Ball, and we'll be playing That's the Way I Like It, FHS Sunshine Band, Turn the Beat Around, Dancing Queen, and Be Our Family.
It's going to be awesome. Sophia, how's the routines going with Color Guard so far?
Actually, a lot better than last year. It's more like creative, and we have a lot more freedom to do like what we want with like the moves and choreography.
Well, listen, I'm super excited about this season, man. We're not wasting no time, y'all. It's the first week of school, and we're already jumping right into a football game, man. It's crazy, but listen, you guys are great. I can't wait till tomorrow night. It's going to be a good night. And hey, good luck this year, Jacob.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. And thank y'all for stopping by and chatting with us a little bit, man. Like I said, what I love about the band, I know we said it earlier, and I said it about the cheerleaders a couple weeks ago too, man. No matter what's going on during the football game, the band's there. The band's there, the band's playing. And one thing, one something I noticed too was, I think especially at our school at least, I think the band students are some of the more knowledgeable about like what's going on the field. And not saying that everybody's a die-hard football fan, but like y'all know the players, y'all kind of keep up with everything. I mean, I'm assuming everybody here actually just enjoys going to the football games and playing and everything like that.
I get really into it. I lose my voice at most games.
Yeah, you do. I remember that. Well, listen, guys, thank y'all so much for stopping by, okay? All right, you guys are the best, all right? And we are going to take a commercial break. We are live from Nick's, historic Nick's on the Bay, and we will be back. Thank you, guys. You guys are the best, man.
It was an honor, a pleasure. That was great.
For over 60 years, Nick's Seafood has been serving up the freshest flavors of the Gulf. From our famous fresh-caught grouper and mullet to mouth-watering gumbo, fried oysters, and blue crab, every dish is a taste of tradition. Come on down to Nick's Seafood, where the catch of the day is always served with a side of Southern hospitality. Experience a Gulf Coast classic today.
Mills Heating and Air knows how hot it gets in Northwest Florida, where the summer heat is relentless. That's why having a reliable AC system is essential, whether you need to keep cool during scorching days or stay warm on those chilly winter nights. Our expert team is here to ensure your home is always at the perfect temperature. Don't let the extreme weather catch you off guard. Trust Mills Heating and Air to keep your system running smoothly all year round. Call us today and don't sweat it.
For over 20 years, Dunlap and Shipman has stood for more than legal advice. We've stood for trust. Businesses, families, communities. When the stakes are high, they call us. From complex litigation to delicate planning, our clients count on precision, discretion, and results. Professional, proven, principled. Dunlap and Shipman, your partners in law. Visit dunlapandshipman.com.
In Freeport, air conditioning is not an option. When it's 95 degrees and 89% humidity, survival instincts kick in. There is a better way. Call Green Air. Since 2015, Green Air has turned heat waves into nap weather. Fast, affordable, dependable. Our techs bring the cool when you need it most. Don't sweat it another night. Call Green Air and let us help you control your environment.
Welcome to the Freeport High School Coaches Show with Coach Bobby Johns. Join him to discuss all things.
I couldn't hear him.
And of course, you know, the football players the first down.
Right. It's going to be, anybody would be hard pressed to beat Bostad.
He just loves it. I hope he has a good year. Coach, I maybe went a little too fast. We still got half an hour to kick.
Okay.
Good. Maybe pay some bills. Maybe talk about some sponsors real quick. We are live. We're back, David. Are we back? All right, we're back. Coach Johns, you're back. We just had some great band students talking to them. Talk a little bit about game environment like that, the band, the cheerleaders, stuff like that. I mean, we've talked before, when any segment of that, whether it's the cheerleaders or the band for whatever reason, is a part of it, it just doesn't feel like a high school football game, does it?
Well, I mean, like I'll talk about the band since they were just on. So, like, I'm up there all summer long, and they're up there all summer doing stuff. And then when we were doing camp for those 2 weeks, our camp was just in the evenings. Dude, their camp was all day long. I mean, I'd get there for workouts or for work in the morning at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and they were already there, and they're marching in the middle of the day, and they're marching in the afternoon, and their flag girls are working. I mean, they put in some hours now, so.
Hey, let's talk to some people that have really helped us out. The folks at Green Air, Jonathan and Amanda Green, really good friends of ours. And Jonathan, for the last couple of weeks while you were at practice, he was actually helping David with a lot of stuff, jumping in. Talk a little about Green Air, the Green family, and they're
they're one of the first people I met whenever I got here when we started doing visits and sponsorships, and they've been so supportive over the years. And then this year they stepped up and helped us with our signs out on Highway 20 on 331, a vision that Dave had to get those signs up. People talk about those things all the time, and it wouldn't have been possible without those guys at Green Air.
You need people to step up in the community, and some other people that have stepped up is the folks at Summit Spine and Sport. Used to be Tillman Chiropractic. It's now Summit Spine and Sport. Also, the folks at H&T Contracting stepping up this week, really helping us out with a lot of stuff. You've got to have support. You just got to have it.
Well, and all the venues that allowed us to broadcast, which we're fixing to kind of start working back through those again starting next week. And if we don't have a cohesive vision in our community for our athletic programs, starting with football and working our way through all of our programs, if we don't have that, we can't compete. We can't survive when other folks around us have that support and we don't. So it's very important that we have people on board.
A couple of my favorite places to eat at have also sponsored us. The folks at Hurricane Oyster Bar in Santa Rosa Beach. Best smoked tuna dip I've ever had in my life, Coach.
All right.
I wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. I wouldn't say if it wasn't true. And, of course, John Smith Subs. I'm a Cuban guy. I love the Cuban. I think they've got great French fries there, too. They're in the old LCs for you old Freeport folks like me that want to know where they're at. Money just to put – I don't think people really realize how expensive it is just to have a football team, Coach, on the field. And that's not even talking about the fun stuff you get afterwards, meals and stuff. We're talking about just actually having a team on the field.
Well, I mean, it is if you had to outfit a player every year, which you don't have to buy uniforms every year. You don't have to buy helmets every year. But if you had to outfit a player every year, it's about $1,300 to put a player on the field. Multiply that times 70, okay?
Wow.
So you're talking about a lot of money. Now, that's not a yearly expense, but that's still part of the expense. And, in the 30 years I've been doing this, I've never had a football season that we didn't spend at least $50,000. And that's without outside boosters. That is just internal, us functioning as a football program. Then you start talking about pregame meals and trips that you take. Do you take a charter bus somewhere? Those type of things. It can add up to $75,000 in a hurry.
The folks at Mills Heating and Air have been sponsors from day one of this show, especially, and also too Dunlap and Shipman. Dunlap and Shipman, they handle civil cases, they handle law cases, anything you need. If you need your will adjusted, they handle everything like that. Coach, we've got a football game tomorrow. We've talked a little bit about it. Kickoff Classic doesn't count towards the official win-loss. But as you've said, if we're out there, We want to win it. I also think for our kids, it's important to get a good start to the season. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
Well, especially, Coach, when you come in new. So you bring in a different vision, not necessarily better or worse, just different. You bring in a different vision, and your success, a lot of that is based on whether you can get the kids to buy into that vision, for all of us to be on the same page. Well, the best way to get them to buy in is for them to see results early of the things that you've asked them to do. So for us, the spring was huge. I came in for the spring. We had a great spring game. Things went good, so that gave us a good summer because the kids were motivated because we had a good spring. Now it gets real important because what happens if you're successful early in football season and they start to buy into that vision, it feeds the rest of your football games. Unfortunately, it can go the other way too. So it's not about how bad we win or even do we win. It is how do we look? How do we function? Can we show improvement? Can we tell the things that we felt like needed to be addressed have been addressed? If you can do those things, the kids usually will buy in and you can have a positive season.
Obviously, with this being a Kickoff Classic, we've got some kids that are dinged up. We're not going to play everybody. There's some kids that we are going to sit out, correct, Coach? Just to make sure this one. With that being said, how are we looking tomorrow on the depth chart? What can we look if we go to Bozeman High School, 40 minutes away from Freeport? What are we going to see from Freeport football tomorrow night?
Well, we do have some injuries. A couple of them are pretty detrimental to us, but we don't belabor that. I mean, we don't belabor kids that quit. We don't belabor kids that move. We don't belabor injuries. That's part of the business, and our job as coaches is to get the next man ready, and their job as players is to be that next man and be ready. So, but the fact of the matter is we're missing a couple kids that are going to make a big difference, especially on the offensive line where we're already thin. But we're not going to push them. Try to get them back for tomorrow. May not even have them back next week. Our goal is to make sure we have them long term. So what we'll do, we've got pretty good depth everywhere but the offensive line. So you'll see two complete units play tomorrow night on defense, and you'll see two complete units on offense, except for maybe on the offensive line. So, and that'd be good for us. And, Coach Maddox from Bozeman, his numbers are a little bit down, so he told me that he wouldn't have a lot of backups or young guys playing. We're going to, because I need to get film on them and evaluate them. So if my backup Mike linebacker, I need to see him play live in a game so that I know what he needs to be preparing for, what he's good at, what he's not good at. Same as my starter, but I really need evaluation on those number two guys. And then we'll have some folks that'll lose jobs and gain jobs tomorrow night too.
Well, Coach, listen, we're going to take another break. You got time for one more segment?
Yes, sir.
Let's keep talking football.
Sounds good.
Talking football and give a few more shout-outs to some people that have helped us. David, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we are live from Nick's on the Bay, historic Nick's on the Bay, and we will be right back.
In Freeport, air conditioning is not an option. When it's 95 degrees and 89% humidity, survival instincts kick in. There is a better way. Call Green Air. Since 2015, Green Air has turned heat waves into nap weather. Fast, affordable, dependable. Our techs bring the cool when you need it most. Don't sweat it another night. Call Green Air and let us help you control your environment.
Experience the thrill of the grill. John Smith Subs is home of the famous Steak Bomb and other premium deli subs with grill-to-order marinated sirloin steak, grilled chicken, farm-fresh veggies, and delicious bread baked daily. Our subs are making a name for themselves with quality and flavor. Add an order of piping hot French fries, and you have a meal you can't get anyplace else. Experience the thrill of the grill at John Smith Subs. Come check us out at our brand new location in Freeport.
For over 20 years, Dunlap and Shipman has stood for more than legal advice. We've stood for trust. Businesses, families, communities. When the stakes are high, they call us. From complex litigation to delicate planning, our clients count on precision, discretion, and results. Professional, proven, principled. Dunlap and Shipman, your partners in law. Visit dunlapandshipman.com.
Mills Heating and Air knows how hot it gets in Northwest Florida, where the summer heat is relentless. That's why having a reliable AC system is essential, whether you need to keep cool during scorching days or stay warm on those chilly winter nights. Our expert team is here to ensure your home is always at the perfect temperature. Don't let the extreme weather catch you off guard. Trust Mills Heating and Air to keep your system running smoothly all year round. Call us today and don't sweat it.
Welcome to the Freeport High School Coaches Show with Coach Bobby Johns. Join him to discuss all things Freeport High School athletics.
All right, we are back here at Nick's on the Bay. Coach, if you don't mind, talk a little bit more about just where we're at right now. Nick's on the Bay. I mean, listen, I'm an old Freeport guy. Nick's is in my DNA, all right? But for someone like you who is kind of new to the town, what's been your first impressions of a business like this?
Well, man, I cannot explain to you how much I like this place. And it's not because we're here tonight, but, I mean, I like this atmosphere. I don't need to go to a five-star restaurant where you got to wear a suit and tie, and I want to go somewhere I can enjoy really, really good food with a great atmosphere, with people that support our programs and our community. I mean, it's not just about these guys supporting athletics or football. I mean, you know, the mullet toss, that supports the Habitat for Humanity. I mean, the things that they do, it's just an awesome, and I would come here every night if I could afford to. And but I'm going to be here a bunch, I can tell you.
Well, what I love is coming in on a Friday night or Saturday night just to see who all I know in here. I mean, you know, it's one of those places, Coach. It's one of those places that we all talk about how we like those places. This is it right here.
Yep. There's not a lot of those in a lot of our communities, especially a community like Freeport, who's growing so fast. A lot of these type of businesses get swallowed up, you know, and this one's still here and it's still going, and people come from all over the place to come here and eat and socialize, and you know, you look at the bar up here, not everybody's eating. Some people are just having a good time and visiting with one another, and that's what places like this are about.
It's a great environment. Well, let's talk a little bit about some other stuff going on in the athletic department. We've got golf's got tryouts next week, okay? I'm really interested to see whether that's a program that's gotten better and better. Trevin Eubanks, our great baseball coach, is running that thing along with Jason Burnham. Coach Proud and Coach Smallwood with the cross-country team, they're fired. They're already working at it. They were working all over the summer, so they're you know, they were on the show last week talking about all the things that they're right in the middle of it right now. And then volleyball. Listen, I'm going to tell you what, we've got a huge volleyball home game this Tuesday, Coach, and I hope that any students that hear me say this shows up to that, because our volleyball program is healthy, it's solid. We won 17 games last year. We got in the playoffs. These are things, steps in the right direction. I think Coach Stacy Benham has done just a marvelous job galvanizing that program, stabilizing it. Now it's starting to grow a little bit. Really excited. They had 50-something girls trying out.
I know.
That.
Crazy,
mean, you know, it was insane, and I think really this team's got a chance to be as good, if not even better, than last year. And it starts Tuesday at Freeport, 6 o'clock for varsity. I'm stoked. I think our volleyball team this year is going to have a nice season, if not even better than that.
Well, I can tell you, I watch them practice from time to time. I was in there for a little bit yesterday. They are competitive, and Coach Benham is competitive, and her husband that coaches with us, Coach Benham, is competitive.
Yes, he is.
And so I mean, they don't like to lose, and you know, she's done a really good job. I haven't seen them play yet. Obviously, I've just watched them practice, but you can tell they're driven, they're focused, they're directed. There's a vision in what they're doing, and that's what's important whenever you start trying to put a championship team together. So it's you want to take that next step. You start off, you want to be relevant. then you want to be in the championship hunt. And I think that's the direction that they're going now.
Yeah, I think getting to a district championship game this year is a realistic goal and one that would be a great step in that direction. Time will tell. You gotta have a lot of things go your way.
That's right.
And maybe a good little bit of fortune as well. So we'll see. Can we talk about that community pep rally? Coach, I'm embarrassed that I didn't start the show with talking about that incredible community pep rally. Can I say this? I didn't know what we were getting into with that. That was a legit pep rally.
It was.
Very well attended. A lot of community members there. Mayor Russ Barley was there. Tim was there. Just a great environment. And of course, as you said, it's just the start. We also know some things we could do a little bit better with it.
Yeah, I mean, I started doing that in Bluntstown back in about 2002, I believe it was. And I did it for a long time. I didn't do it the last several years in Weewall, but we had done it for a long, long time. And I knew when I got here that was something I wanted to start back up. But I really had no idea. Like we were, we were sitting there the other night as people started coming in, and I'm like, okay, is there going to be 10 people here or 110 people, or what's going to happen? And before you knew it, the gym was packed.
Yeah.
And I, a lot of people probably didn't come because they didn't really know what it was about and whatever. So, but I think it was so well attended and it came off so good that will feed over into the future. I had some people ask if we were going to do it in the winter for some of the other sports.
Yes.
So I've never done that before, but maybe that's something we could look at. And we'll do a better job next year of our coaches and our players knowing what to expect. But I just can't thank the folks, all the parents, all the community members, everybody that came out to support us that night.
I've been saying this, and I know that sometimes in the last 10 years or so, there's been a tendency, I think, for Freeport to kind of get lost in the shuffle with some of the other schools around here. I've been saying people want this type of thing, and I think that community pep rally showed people want this to be a fun, viable thing. People want to have pride in what's going on at Freeport. We just got to do it. And I think that community pep rally, Coach, was a massive, multiple steps in the right direction on that. It was pure fun. I mean, I was pumped up after.
I tell you what, you and Mr. Phillips did a heck of a job. He couldn't talk when it was over.
No, he lost his voice.
So and that's what you want. You've got to have that. I'm not necessarily that guy. So it was great to have you and him be involved. And I'm usually a pretty good delegator because if somebody can do something, I'll let them do it, kind of like this show. The thing about it is, Blake, and you're from here, so you understand what I'm saying. So we're so in the middle and we're so different than the South End and the North End, okay? And so if we don't stake an identity for ourselves, we won't have an identity.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to do. Not the South Walton identity, not the Walton identity, not the Niceville identity, but the Freeport identity. And we have to stake that identity for ourselves in order for us to be relevant in the big scheme of things.
Coach, let's talk about a couple other people that have helped us out a lot. I know he doesn't like for us to talk about him. I know he doesn't like for us to talk about him, but let's talk about David Nudes a little bit. You see this setup here. This is pretty much David.
It is.
This is he doesn't want that attention.
Yep.
He does it for Freeport, but let's be real. I mean, this is David setting up a lot of this stuff. Him and his wife, Amy, have just done a lot for us, haven't they?
Well, I mean, David's had a vision to do some of these things with the live broadcasts and things, and now other folks are copying it because it's been so good and so successful for us. And that's the best compliment there is when other people copy what you do. And that's what we're seeing now is other people are getting YouTube channels and doing things to make sure that they're promoting their kids the way we are, and that all starts with David and the things that him and his family do for us.
I want to give a shout out also to the AAA team. We got Abigail Boudin. I know these kids, but then when I try to say their last names, it's difficult. Abigail, we got Angela, we got Allison. They're helping out with David and everything. Hey, we're going to take us a break right now, and then we'll come back for one quick segment. All right, thanks, David. Appreciate it.
For over 60 years, Nick's Seafood has been serving up the freshest flavors of the Gulf. From our famous fresh-caught grouper and mullet to mouth-watering gumbo, fried oysters, and blue crab, every dish is a taste of tradition. Come on down to Nick's Seafood, where the catch of the day is always served with a side of Southern hospitality. Experience a Gulf Coast classic today.
Mills Heating and Air knows how hot it gets in Northwest Florida, where the summer heat is relentless. That's why having a reliable AC system is essential, whether you need to keep cool during scorching days or stay warm on those chilly winter nights. Our expert team is here to ensure your home is always at the perfect temperature. Don't let the extreme weather catch you off guard. Trust Mills Heating and Air to keep your system running smoothly all year round. Call us today and don't sweat it.
For over 20 years, Dunlap and Shipman has stood for more than legal advice. We've stood for trust. Businesses, families, communities. When the stakes are high, they call us. From complex litigation to delicate planning, our clients count on precision, discretion, and results. Professional, proven, principled. Dunlap and Shipman, your partners in law. Visit dunlapandshipman.com.
In Freeport, air conditioning is not an option. When it's 95 degrees and 89% humidity, survival instincts kick in. There is a better way. Call Green Air. Since 2015, Green Air has turned heat waves into nap weather. Fast, affordable, dependable. Our techs bring the cool when you need it most. Don't sweat it another night. Call Green Air and let us help you control your environment.
Welcome to the Freeport High School Coaches Show with Coach Bobby Johns. Join him to discuss all things Freeport High School athletics.
All right. Yeah, we are back with one last segment here in the Bobby Johns Show. And, Coach, I'm going to tell you what, man. Winning and losing is going to take care of itself. The wins are going to take itself. I think a very important spot where Freeport's in right now is that things feel healthier. They feel more viable. And I'm not just talking about football, but let's focus on football a little bit. It just feels like there's a buy-in right now. And look, we have a long season ahead of us. And look, we both talk about, man, there's a lot of things that this season could go. Winning and losing aside, it feels healthier. It feels viable. Have you seen anything that kind of supports that statement I just made?
Well, I really can't speak to the way it was. All I can tell you is what I've witnessed since I've been here. And we've got a tremendous amount of kids that are bought in to being a Freeport football player. Whether it's for me or who it's for or they're bought in to being a Freeport football player. They study film. They pay attention to what you're teaching them on the board. They focus at practice most of the time. Their effort at practice is really good most of the time. And that's kind of how I judge what the health of our program is are we starting to fracture and lose focus on what we're doing, or are we still focused on that goal? And right now these kids really are, I think.
I think we had, even some of the young guys are just really, really stepping up in the weight room. I know that we had kind of an interesting thing this week with some kids that were working out, and even some of the kids that are maybe not quite where they're going to be. Boy, they're just into it, aren't they?
Well, there's a lot of intensity in the weight room, a lot of excitement, a lot of cheering for one another. I think we got 16 or 17 new front squat maxes last week, which is huge at this time of the year. A lot of teams don't lift a lot during football season. We lift 4 days a week. Our kids tomorrow morning, when they get off the bus or whatever, and they go to breakfast at 8:05, we'll be doing a bench press workout, and we play tomorrow night. And I've been doing that for 30 years, and that's just what we do. And the kids believe in that, and they get excited about it. And that's what I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed watching our kids go from being very reserved to really being excited about what we're doing.
Final thoughts, Coach. Go for it.
Well, just tomorrow night is a big night for us at Freeport High School. We, it's not a win or die situation, but it is a situation we need Bulldog Nation to be there, to be engaged, to be cheering. They're doing a pep bus. Load the pep bus. If you can't get on the pep bus, come after your practices. Come with your family. It's going to be a great night. It won't be a complete normal game. Our special teams will not be live, but we'll play 4 quarters, so you'll get to see a lot of good football, and just be a part of this journey with us. And that's kind of what this is all about for us. It's not a destination. There's an end point, but everything we do is a journey, and we want our community and our fans and our parents to be a part of that journey with us. And I think we can have a good time this year.
Coach, we're doing a pep band to Bozeman tomorrow. We were targeting the younger kids because a lot of our older kids they're already excited. They're going to drive over there. We were hoping we would have just enough to take it, and we were hoping we could get maybe 12 to 15 where we could maybe take some kids. Over 53 expected to be going.
That is
on
awesome.
That bus tomorrow.
That is awesome.
Not bad, as you say, for a first time, right?
That's awesome. So that group will be there. The ones that drive will be there. Our parents will be there. The band will be there. Cheerleaders will be there. I mean, you can't get any better than that.
It's football.
That's right.
Coach, good luck tomorrow, and we'll be back. We'll be
Ready to go. Ready to go.
We're going to wrap it up. Good night from Nick's on the Bay. Coach, see you tomorrow and next week for this show.
We'll be here.
We'll go.